Deep in the jungles of Tripura lies a secret that even mathematics cannot explain. They say that there are exactly 99,99,999 stone statues of Hindu gods here. Not one more, not one less. But why and who put them there? No one really knows. And I'm curious, why stop at just one shot of a crore? Was it a mistake? Or was it a curse from Lord Shiva himself? Let's uncover the mystery of Unakoti. Welcome to the Angkor Wat of Northeast. This is Unakoti. In Bengali, Unakoti literally means one less than a crore. For centuries, these massive faces have stared out of Raghunandan hills. And some are 30 feet high. But here's the strange part. Archaeologists still don't know who built them or how they carved out such a hard rock in the middle of this dense jungle. But locals, they have a much darker explanation for this. The story goes to the beginning of the time itself. Lord Shiva was traveling to Kashi with a massive followers of 1 crore gods and goddesses. Tired from their journey, they stopped right here on these hills to rest for the night. But before going to sleep, Shiva gave them one strict warning.
We must leave before the sun rises.
But gods were tired, and the cool jungle air put them into a deep sleep. When the first sun rays hit the mountain, only one person woke up. Lord Shiva. He looked around and saw that everyone else was still sleeping and snoring. Furious that his orders were ignored, Shiva did something terrifying. He cursed them all and said,
If you wish to sleep, then sleep forever.
In an instant, all the gods and goddesses turned into a stone. And Shiva left for Kashi, leaving behind exactly 1 crore minus 1 stone statues. It's a terrifying story, right? But wait, if we look closely at these carvings, something doesn't add up. If these are gods, then why do some of them look like tribal humans? There is another legend. The one which is less about the gods but more about a man named Kalu Kumhar. Kalu Kumhar was a famous sculptor and a fierce devotee of goddess Parvati. One day when he was praying, Lord Shiva and Parvati manifested in front of him. Seeing that his prayers worked, he bowed to them and asked if he can accompany them to the Mount Kailash. Shiva made a bet with him. He said,
If you can sculpt 1 crore images of me before the sun rises, you can come.
Kalu worked like a machine. He carved and carved all night. But just as the first sun rays hit the mountain, he was still finishing his last statue. Because he failed the test, he was left behind, and his carvings became part of the mountain. Now, this story explains why these carvings have such a unique artistic style, a mix of divine imagery and a tribal art. Okay, now these are legends, but what does the science say? Historians obviously don't believe this was a magic. They link it to Pala dynasty, which ruled large part of eastern India between 8th century and 12th century. If we look closely at the carvings, the long almond-shaped eyes and elaborate headgear are strikingly similar to Pala dynasty sculptures found across Bengal and Bihar. This suggests that Pala Empire's influence somehow reached deep into these remote jungles, bringing their distinct artistic style and Shaiva traditions with them. But mystery remains. Why here? Why in this remote jungle? Now, because of centuries, many of these sculptures are now buried under the earth or destroyed by landslide. So, we may never know the full truth. Whether it's a curse of anger or a failed bet of a devotee, Unakoti is a reminder of forgotten history. It stands silently in Tripura, waiting for world to notice it. Okay, do you really think that there are 99,99,999 statues in this jungle, or is it just a poetic name for countless? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you love Indian mysteries, then I have this whole playlist here. Click here and I'll see you in the next mystery.